Coming up next, Nissan's electric Leaf. Hi, Mark Savage here. Savage on Wheels. We got an electric car again this week. This is a little one. You know, the Nissan Leaf was one of the first electric cars to come out. Certainly one of the more affordable electric cars to come out right away. And this is the latest iteration of it. And, you know, it's a pretty nice little car. And as Paul and I were saying, it looks pretty good now. I think a lot of the electric cars, when they first started out, they gave them kind of oddball looks. So, well, I think it's looking a lot just like a normal hatchback now.
Yeah, it kind of looked like it was sucking on a lemon.
Yeah, this one's got some fancy new wheels on it, which...
Yeah, I'm not so sure about those.
You can either like them or not, but at least it's something different.
Right.
And it's a hatchback. Paul, you stay here, and I'll go pop the nose of it for it here. So this is where you plug it in. If you're at a fast charger, you got this plug here. If you're at home, you got this with the little clip that we can put on it, you know. And what I found is, if you know, let's say you have run through 40% of your battery, plug it in overnight, and I'm back to 100%.
In a regular outlet?
Yeah, regular outlet. You know, obviously if you got a 240 or a fast charger, way quicker. But I think that's pretty good, because I mean, you know, around town, most of us are going to drive maybe 10, 20 miles, 30 miles in the course of a day. And here we'll show you the back end of this now.
No power hatch.
No power here. I mean,
It had to say for the battery.
Yeah. My charger's at home, but that's where you can throw your charger in there. It's
Nice deep trunk.
It's a nice deep trunk. You know, some people may not like to lift stuff over that. A lot of people like the flat. Of course, a split back seat and all that good stuff. But yeah, it's a nice hatchback. Plenty of space for 4 people and some luggage. Electric car.
Flat bottom wheel.
Flat bottom wheel, baby. The first smart thing right there. Black everything inside. This is kind of an unusual cloth here.
The blue stitching.
With a little bit of blue stitching. A little blue on the shifter there. I'm going to push the button. Of course, that starts it up. We don't see anything, you know, don't hear anything because it's an electric car. Got a nice little touch screen. That's all fine. This tells you how many miles you got left of charge. 191. I'm at 92% right now. You might be able to see it's on Eco. That really helps extend your mileage a little. You can press the Eco button and then it goes to power mode, but doesn't say anything. But that's that. Then there's the E pedal down here that I can put on and off. The E pedal is the one pedal control, so that, you know, when you're letting off the gas, it really breaks the engine, the electric motor speed down, so you stop more quickly. I thought this was a charger in here for a wireless.
Just a hole.
But it's just a holder. Obviously a couple plugs here, that's good. Heated seats, high and low, that's nice. We got a heated steering wheel over on this side. And no sunroof, of course, because that's going to be more power. But it's a pretty comfortable little interior. Nothing real fancy. This is really kind of the different thing, because this is your shifter. That is for reverse. It starts beeping outside, so people know,
don't get run over.
Don't get run over. And then when we get back to wanting to go forward, and of course we have the 360. That's always nice. Just we do this, boom, and that's for forward. It takes, you know, a few minutes to remember what you're doing there.
It's almost like the old-fashioned stick shift.
Yeah, it is a little bit, only
without a clutch
and without a knob. So
yeah,
it's a little harder to just grab, and you know, that's all right. Again, this is the SV Plus version, so that means it's got a little fancier stuff like the heated seats and the heated steering wheel. That's going to add a little bit to your cost. But still, it's a modestly priced electric vehicle. So we got 214 horsepower, and I think that's, you know, pretty sufficient, certainly for a small car like this. And it'll get up and go. Again, Paul, we got the Eco button down here that we're on right now, so we're having a nice, smooth, easy ride, no big deal. But I undo that, and you know,
gets up and goes.
Baby gets up and goes. Yeah, we can do it out on the other road here in just a minute. But you know, that's one of the pluses here, is that you got a little power. They say that you can charge this for up to, from like near 0 to 80% in 40 minutes at a fast charger, and that's not bad. It's maybe a little longer than some of the other cars take now. Most of them are now to 20 to 30 minute range, and again, you only got a 212 mile range with this one, so it's a little less than some. So it's, as Paul and I said, kind of a nice city car here in the Milwaukee area. You could probably make it to Madison back in the day. Chicago and back are going to be iffy.
Yeah. Unless you carry a generator.
Or Green Bay and back maybe iffy too.
Yeah.
I mean, it all depends. But it's certainly a nice, smooth, quiet ride. There is some whine from the electric motors, and you hear that a little more in this than you would in maybe a little fancier, more luxurious electric car. But you can hear that right now, Paul.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's electric.
Yeah, it's electric, yeah. It's nothing.
It's not a Hellcat.
No, it's not a Hellcat, no. So, Paul, I know I talked about, you can charge this up on a fast charger, but what I like is, I got a 110, 120 line in my garage.
Yep.
I plug it in, and I got like 40% of a charge in an overnight. And you're thinking, well, for me, that's plenty.
Yeah, how fast you want to have it charged, and what do you want to pay for it? Because you're going to have to pay for an electrician to come in.
Right. Yeah, if I'm going to have my 240 outlet in there, that costs more. Or if I'm going to, if you're going to be crazy and go and get a fast charger, that would do
even more yet.
Just kidding. 21 gigawatts!
Yeah, but most of us, we need to be able to drive around town. If we're going to go on a long trip, well, we're probably thinking of a different vehicle anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what I do like too is that if you have the 240, you can get a full charge on this one in 11 and a half hours. Well, I got about a 40% charge in 12 hours.
Okay.
So, whatever. Mm-hmm. It's doable anyway. Yeah, and what I like about this SV Plus now, that it has a heat pump to help the heat come out a little quicker, 8-way power driver's seat, so that's nice to have for the driver. And then I think I'd mentioned we get the the heated seats, a little bit nicer stereo in here, the 360 camera, and the smart cruise control. So those are all good things to have. So, what's nice about the Leaf is it's $29,000 for the basic model. That one has a little less range, like 150-mile range. This one is the SV Plus, so this starts about $37,000. Has a lot more equipment on it, and is a nicer overall vehicle, a little more range and all that. The other thing you have to remember is that currently they still got a $7,500 tax rebate on these models, and they're made in the U.S., which is key now because you can't get rebates on the electric bill outside of the country. Hey, thanks for watching. We're going to see you next time.